I'm Coop, this is my modified Nerf Stryfe. I'll go over the internal mods, the paint job, and then show you it firing. Right into the internals, I took out the electronic and mechanical locks, which allows the blaster to move a little bit more freely, pull the trigger whenever I want, rev it whenever I want. It's just overall easier to use. I also replaced the motors with Solar Biotics RM2s, link in the description box to where I purchased those. I also rewired it and got rid of all of the stock wiring because it is rather high resistance. It does not allow much current to pass through it, and that is to accommodate the LiPo battery. It is rewired to a Tamiya small type battery, which allows me to run a LiPo. The LiPo I'm personally running is a 7.4 volt, 1600 milliamp 20C battery, which is definitely not as the best LiPo you can get, but it is a decent one, and I'm definitely happy with that in performance with the RM2s. I've also lubricated the trigger and some moving parts to let that move a little bit smoother, but really the major performance is the LiPo and the RM2 motor replacement. I've also modified the flywheels. I did a little bit of experimentation with that, and I found the easiest way to get good grip on the flywheels is to add a little bit of electrical tape, which I did. This is 2 wraps of vinyl electrical tape, pretty common stuff. The only problem is if you treat it incorrectly, it can actually fly off and be disgusting. I've applied it in a very particular manner to make sure it stays. This is a little bit better than plasti dipping because plasti dipping rubs off fairly quickly. Electrical tape will inevitably fall off just because it's a tape and it's not perfect. But it's much better than plasti dip and lasts a whole lot longer. That's actually all of the internal modifications. Going over the paint job, it started with a black vinyl dye base coat, and then I have Citadel blue and Citadel orange and also Citadel black. Some of this is vinyl dye, some of it's black. Abaddon black matches black vinyl dye very, very well, especially after you give it a clear coat. I painted some of the internals that I usually don't, including the muzzle and the end, but I did not paint the magazine release, the rev trigger, or the trigger, because those are going to shut off anyways. And I also did not paint some of the magazine. I taped it off to make sure it was super smooth when it goes in, but it still looks cool once it's in. It is much darker than I typically paint Nerf guns, but this was a new blue that I wanted to try out. I'm very happy with the paint job. I think it looks really cool. I did some very fine orange details. Hopefully you can see. That took a little while, but I definitely think it looks really cool. So I'll show you the blaster firing on the chrono. 107. 110. 107. 112. 102. 105. As you can see, it's shooting pretty hard. The electrical tape adds a whole lot of grip on the dart and allows that to fly a whole lot faster. Overall, very happy with the Stryfe. I definitely like this paint job. I'll be using this in the future. This is the first time I've used such a dark blue. And it is blue, it's not purple. I'm wearing a purple shirt. This is a blue Nerf gun. I wore this on purpose to show the contrast. But I think it looks pretty cool. It performs absolutely amazing. And very happy with it. This blaster is for sale on my web store. Link in the description box if you want to go purchase that. Overall, again, very happy with the Stryfe. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it.